And welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Our last episode, we got reacquainted with our favorite game here. We just love it. Don't we, Orbo? Yeah, so, let's just say, Orbo came up with a very good idea before we get into it. Probably shouldn't push myself too hard to go back to 40-minute long episodes. So, we'll go for 20 to 30 minutes, somewhere around there for today's video, and slowly work our way back up. It was smart, so thank you, Orbo. Alright, with that out of the way, let's level up being an archer to become a bard. How far will we get today? Good evening to you, Mechanist. I felt that it was about time you returned. Well, considering I'm supposed to be level 5 and 30, yeah, it's been a minute. Have you grown more accustomed to the boat? Yes. Before we go any further, I wish to assure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. That's valid. Tell me, Mechanist, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? For me, it's making sure my optics are clean. To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, sniper, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. Okay, a number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. Well, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting something like this. I was expecting another go out there and fight this enemy. But to be fair, that'll probably come later. This is the only level 5 mission of 30. Well, I mean, there's like 6. Oh, it is actually hidden, just laying in this area. Interesting. Oh, never mind, it's right there. I thought it was actually going to be hidden. That's a little disappointing. Yeah, but I mean, what else could we expect, right? And there's one right there. The sparkly aspect really, doesn't help, but you know what? Nice, casual, and it's different. So props to it for that. And now we hit the laggy central station. Always laggy. Always a good sign though. If you think about it. It means people are still playing. Well, that was kind of well hidden, except for the sparkles. Now let's see, is it over here? Nope, so it's probably... Oh, it's right there. Yes, I must see clearly. Is there one more in the area? Ooh, that's interesting. But probably right there. I was hoping that'd be more difficult. But then again, this is a laggy area with a bunch of people, so maybe this, never mind, it's right there. Every time I try to build it up. Well, that was a cool little distraction. And now I can just teleport right back, so, yeah. Do I get an ability for this, or is it just, hey, you really can do what I said you ought to do? Yeah, who cares? Let us see. What do we got? Ah, you have returned. I trust you have begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. Or seeing sparkles, whatever works. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. That's what I thought we were going to have. Travel to the North Shroud, and there put down 8 Microcus and 8 Opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Of course not, they're alive versus a target. Being comparatively numerous, Microcus and Opos are anything but difficult to find. And yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time you'll need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that microchus produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength out of a poison shot, while Opos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. So, no advantage. Because I have range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? I'm going to shoot them between the eyes with my arrows. If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. Well, considering I've destroyed countless stronger enemies, I think I would be just fine. But if you take the time to observe your target from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success. Yeah, very successful. I mean, to be fair, it'd be different if they actually made you have to observe them, but let's be real. Okay, here we go. They did say the North Shroud. I love that they have some fast travels available to help. Not a lot, but they do have some. And let's just casually sprint over because it's not that far. What are these? The Opos or microcusses? It is the Opo, which is, it looks familiar, but whatever, it's going to perish. So when we play Monk, this is the Opo form. It's basically monkey form, right? Yeah, close enough. Would you go away? You're so much weaker than me. Let's see, Ticker, you Opo. Would you go away? And let's hawkshot you and one shot, nice. At least it's a nice variety. It's 8. It's not 1 or 2. It's, no, you gotta take out a few of these. I also gotta remember to use the poison. That's what deals the damage. It makes this super easy. Look at this, I don't have to do anything. Okay, maybe I do. The poison isn't that effective. Good to know. And that's all the Opos. Now I'd like to sprint to the microchips. The microchips. Whatever they are. You know, I do like this outfit. I just wonder what color I should dye it. Okay, the microcusses are plants. But they're susceptible to poison, so yeah, not that big of a deal. Let me take on that treant. Or, yeah, treant sapling. No, target the correct one. Thank you, game. And that one's gone. Let me just, you know what, let's do this drive-by style. I'm not going to stop running. Take care of you. Take care of you. Oh, these were weaker. They're level 6. The other ones were level 9. But I'm supposed to be doing this as a level 5. You know what? Math doesn't add up. Who cares? Move on. Okay, I got, what, 2 more or 1 more? And we're done. Let's see, we get out combat. I'll use my return. Well, no, I can use my chocobo. It'll make it faster. I might need return should the mission take me very far away. You know, it might send me to the ocean to hunt a creature. It'd be nice if they did, but I'm not getting my hopes up. Should maybe hunt some squirrels. They're squirrely, might be hard to hit for an archer, but... Well, technically, didn't we already do that? Yeah, whatever. We got some stuff, and where's a teleport? I think the quickest one might be down here. I think it's making me move faster. I can't tell. Alright, activate and send me back to the Archers Guild. Mission complete. And move. I think it is moving a little bit faster. My question is, where did the flute come from? Alright, I did the mission. You're gonna start having a story. I realize how big her bow is. Welcome back, young mechanist. I'm not young. I was created a known time ago, but I definitely want to. Well, I guess in Final Fantasy I'm considered young. Because this is my first time playing, I've only been playing for about a year, so. Yeah, whatever. Let's see, welcome back, young men. Well, I guess technically they're an elf, right? So, elves are older than pretty much every human being. I'm not a human, but it does make sense from that perspective. Alright, let's not argue this. Let's see, tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? I shot some enemies, if that's what you're asking. When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. But that's all I did. Battle would be not more than a contest of strength, which I won. By employing the appropriate technique, however. Oh, I think I know. I think what they wanted me to do, Orbo, was to use, I showed it off in the last video, my, they can't move shot. They move slower shot. So that way, against level 9 to level 5, I would hit them with the can't move, so I could rain arrows down from them, and then I could run away while slowing them. Maybe that's what they wanted me to do, but I'm too strong for that. Let's see, one may bring down one foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. I have infinite. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. I have poison. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Yeah, Silver. I'm not gonna try to pronounce these names. Silvery? Let's call you Silver and Lay. What is your honest evaluation? Not bad if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow, and is enthusiastic besides. You know what? That could be taken the wrong way. I would suggest rephrasing in the future. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Lay. Alipo. Okay, we're just gonna call you Lay. And this is my second year at the guild. Congrats. Are you gonna be the one to tragically die? It's quite plain that you have talent with a bow. But you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for a duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. That's because, let's be honest, you weren't there. Mind your surroundings, that is what's coming from you. And you're the evil one, right? Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked, your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plain. Lucien, this man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake, and his, we should revoke his membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind master our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silver, our comrade at the butts. The fellow was once of the god's quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Yeah, opinionated. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. That's supposed to make me feel better? You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained, wildwood Alazen like him at the best of times. With them, it's always 12's wood this and elementals that, and no offense intended, Lucien. Or Lucian, whatever. Don't take him away. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Say that to your leader, that's why I don't like Redania. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Mechanist. While they glow, eyes that bespeak great understanding. I have played many a game in my day. They shan't lead you astray, so trust them and to what they see. Now go, or go now. Really? Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when we meet next. In a second. So alright, we have the starry-eyed pupil who believes in everybody, and the one person who doesn't like anybody. Sounds right to me. Alright, still just more equipment. Training with Lay. And we got time for one more. Again, I'm trying to ease back into it, but I know these missions can very easily cascade into, well, an hour-long thing, right, Orbo? Yeah, so let's try to play it easy while we ease back into it. It pleases me to see how you've grown as an archer in the 5 seconds since we've talked. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I can't use anybody else's. Unless... It was a joke, Orbo. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You recall Lay, our friend over there in the corner? You're senior in the guild by a year, or 2 actually, 1 to 2. I've given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I'm not getting tea. I've been expecting you, Mechanist. You were right over there and heard everything. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy hidden targets throughout the city? I'm making you do it again. Well, I will have you do the same. Called it. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. Ooh, where enemies can attack me. I'm sure you realize this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the 12's woods. As you search, you would take care to mind your surroundings. You would have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You won't have the luxury. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your object is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creature you encounter. Easier said than done. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuer. The targets are hitting in the central shroud. As before, use heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Alright, sounds good, and then we're gonna get the second half of the mission. So, it's pretty obvious all these things will be like, hey, can you still use a bow to shoot these targets? You can? Time for the proper mission. Well, at least they have a unique mechanic and they want to utilize it, so I'll give them props. Now, it looks like our objective is far away, so time for Charcoal Bow to come back out and give us a ride. I see 3 circles all close to each other. This hopefully shouldn't take too long. Actually, why would the first one did it, and I can already see one right there. Target the correct one, please. Oh, no, that was sparkling from the other side. And I can see one right over there, and there's one right there. I almost missed that one. That one's done. I do see one over there by the Yogg, or Boggy-Rod, the bog creature. Boom, got it. Alright, where's the next one? All these dire mites are annoying. No matter what level you are, they want to attack you. And, oh, there it is. Please be the only one in the area. I don't want to waste my time. Oh, there's another one. Alright, let's see. We know there's probably one. I would say under the trunk. Oh, there it is, I can see it. And there's the last one right there. See, this is why we saved return. Because we're a little bit farther than we were last time. And here we go. Last one. Get in range and... kaboom. Ooh, I hope we get an explosive shot of some kind. Mission done. And we hit return. Nice. And we get to see what our next mission is. Is it a boss fight? Or is it just, you know, more of the same. I guess we'll find out momentarily. Alright, we teleport in, and Aethernet, Archer's Guild. What do we got? What's my next mission? You know, I think about dyeing this like red. I think red would work for this. Black's too obvious and it's already white. Gray is a personal favorite color of mine, but don't know how that would work. Alright, what do we have? Well, you made short work of those targets. Yes, I did, thanks to Charcoal Bowl. I must say, it seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. It was easy. Let's continue then. I have a mind to give you more practical experience, and we received a request just recently which I think will provide a perfect opportunity. How convenient. It seems tree slugs, and vultures, even worse, have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We have been tasked with culling the beasts. Would you consider a slug a beast? This request comes direct from Stillglade Fane. That's a name. When the wood whalers and the god's quiver cannot spare the forces to attend to such matters, the conjurers often turn to us for help. And before you ask, there's a good reason why they would rather not see to this particular task themselves. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined. Vultures? Really? That's quite enough about conjurers' troubles. Lucienne taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you'll need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of her lessons and my own. This really isn't any variety right now, but I know it will increase. Your orders are as follows. Head out to the East Shroud and there put down 8 tree slugs and 8 vultures. Like 8 opo-opos and 8 micro-whatevers. Using all the skills you have acquired thus far. Good hunting. Okay, we're gonna call it there, but really, not much mission variety. Then again, it's the beginning. You know, it's more or less, the, hey, you've been doing this for a little bit, you still like it, you still know what you're doing. So after this mission, which we'll finish next time, I'm hoping it starts to get more complex like the Thaumaturge. Because that we had to go out and find demons and secret items and use, our sleep ability to sneak past enemies. It was fun. Well, I guess we'll only know next time, won't we, Orbo? Yep, so that does it for today. I am putting down my bow. And switching over to Paladin. I'm just kidding. Until next time. Well, that was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed as much as I enjoyed gaming. This has been The Mechanist, logging off. Until next time.